everyone, it's Cassandra Williamson, and we are live from down in LA, folks. That would be Lower Alabama. For those of you who don't know, this place where you find Alabama Round, which is baloney. And also in Eastern Kentucky, that would be called Hillbilly Steak. So anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the show. I've kind of moved my camera over, so it's going to be a little bit different now. So I've kind of moved it a little bit. I hope that's a little bit better. Gives better projection and a little bit further away. So anyway, hope you enjoy the show this evening. The very first thing I want to do is show you something that a friend of mine from down in Florida pointed out to me earlier today. A little funny thing. I'll give credit where it is, and I appreciate it. I appreciate this person showing me that, and gives me a little bit of a laugh. I reluctantly go into them. I will tell you flat out. I reluctantly go do these things and watch them at her request, and in this case, I actually thought it was really hilarious. So I'm going to play this thing from Scared Ketchup. Here you go. Let me get it up here on the stage with us, and we will present. Share screen. Where is it? That's not it. Let's go to Windows. That would not be it either. I think maybe I have to pull it up in the background. Let me go find it first here. Oh, it might be there. No. Hold on a second. I got to go find it. I got to go find it first. Where did I put it? Over there? No. No. What did I do with that thing? Thought I had it up here. I sketched my sites. Better support note. Let's go right here to this one. No, that's not it either. I've got it here somewhere. I hid it from myself, folks. I just look it up again. All right, here we go. Let me go find it again. I just had it, I thought. Okay, give me a second. Here we go. Ordinarily, I do the roundup of all of this, but I thought this was funny. It's only about 4 minutes long, from Scared Ketchup, produced about 1 day ago. And the funniest thing is, they've already got 24,000 views on that thing. Wow. If only we could get that on our shows, right? If only we could get that on our show, right? So here we go. Let me see if I can pull this up here. And hold on a minute. We're not sharing it yet. I'm going to make it full screen as soon as we come back to this. Let me go there and start sharing. And let's see if we get some people to come in and have a talk with us. What do you think? What do you think? Let's put my banner back up here, too, before we start going too far into this. We got to show that one. First thing is, this is the Transgender Veteran Show, also known as the Cassandra Williamson Show, both of which are with the Transgender American Veterans Association, or not association, but of America Action Group, and tdva-ag.com. And also the phone number is scrolling across the bottom for you down there. You can see that it's right there, just right there. And also, if you are under the age of 18, you need to leave this site. This place is not for you. Come back when you reach that age of majority, okay? And also, all the opinions expressed here are mine and mine alone and nobody else. No one has control over that or kind of thing. I express my opinions on this. They are mine. They do not belong to the organization that I represent, neither do they belong to any agency or department or any other thing out there, wherever. These opinions are mine. I'm expressing these opinions freely, of my own free will, not being coerced at all. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you too. But first thing is, now let's go do the funny part. Then we'll jump into some news. How's that? We share a screen, and we're going to go up to that and share. And that's not the one we want to share. We want to share that one. Okay, I hope you can see that. So let me increase the size. And I just thought this was funny. I thought it was real funny. I hope you enjoy it as well. It's 4 minutes long, 4 minutes, 11 seconds. And giving credit where it's good due, it's called We Are Cowardly, a Scared Ketchup MAGA bot AI music video song parody by Founders Sing. Okay. It's AI music video. Huh. We have to look into that. Anyway, so here we go. After the music, here we go. funny. I need to learn how to produce these things. This is so freaking funny. They come up with one. Anyone good out there creatively? Oh, oh, oh my God. Oh my God. That's the end, okay? That's all the way to the end. We're almost there. Hang on. Hang on. That's what it sounds like. Oh my God. I thought that was hilarious. Okay. Let me stop that thing. I don't know who watched it, if anyone did, but hey, I got a kick out of it. Anyway, so let's go do a rundown of the headlines. Have a little bit of commentary along the way. Here we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Share screen. Let's go to the window. Let's go to, oh, where'd my window go? Okay. I'll pull that window back up. I thought it was there already. New tab. No. Okay. It was there a minute ago. You go back over to here and there. Okay. Got it. Now we'll go there. So first thing is, I just want to just point out really quickly, I had to scared catch up on that one. Anyway, so first thing I like to do is, kind of do a little funny thing if I can. I may have to figure out how to create those things since I just bought this Adobe After Effects thing. So anyway, it's like, let's check the news. Here we go. All right. Republican wins competitive state house seat by 74 votes. That was in Virginia. I think it's 82 or 85, one of those two. Not going into it to look at it. Major law firm to accuse elite universities of civil rights violations for enabling anti-Semitic mobs. Only if they were violent or they did something to cause harm to somebody else, and in which case, yeah, you kind of probably have to deal with something like that. All right, lifetime program free phones. No, Second Amendment has been reborn in California. Oh, okay. Congress just found the dumbest way to avoid a government shutdown. Let's go see this one. Let's check this thing out. Are you ready? Closed, we're sorry, due to the shutdown of the federal government. The Washington, D.C. facility is closed outside of the National Archives. Okay. Governor appears likely to avoid a government shutdown this week. Sounds dumb. That's because government shutdowns are dumb. Okay, well, anyway, I'm not going to go jump through all those hoops. That's kind of like, gee. Anyway, learn about psoriasis. No, I don't need to learn about that. Not mentally fit. Ramaswamy's competence in question after proposing U.S.-Canada border wall. If you're going to protect one border, you got to protect the other ones. Yep. Okay. Moms for Liberty denies association with Proud Boys, but these pictures tell a different story. Well, you know, yeah. Okay, let's go on. Democrat Gabe Amo takes seat in the House, temporarily narrowing Johnson's GOP majority. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see what this one's about. I don't remember this one. The House swore in its newest Democratic member on Monday evening, filling one of two vacant seats and bringing the party's conference back to 213 members for the first time in nearly 6 months. Representative Gabe Amo, Democrat from Rhode Island, was sworn into the lower chamber after winning a special election last week to fill the seat of former Representative Dave Sicily, who retired earlier this year to become CEO of the Rhode Island Foundation. Amos's presence in the House brings the total number of lawmakers to 434. Okay, cool. All right. Cami Mondo, article in the Washington Examiner. And yeah, okay. Let's go on to the next one. We'll hit some headlines again we might want to talk about. Are we ready? 100. Harvard faculty cry foul as universities combating anti-Semitism initiative. Okay. I'm not going to go into that. Not going into that one. Internet agrees with Laura Ingraham as Fox News host mocks 14% of the voters claiming Joe Biden made them better off. Okay, well, meow, meow, meow. That's where this is from. Meow right there, 6,286 followers with Samriti Goel as the author 16 hours ago. Whatever. Some news is just whatever, right? That's primarily what I do, a lot of whatevering with a lot of this stuff. Whatever. Okay, so Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade transgender extravaganza sparks a boycott. This is one I wrote about earlier today, folks. This was, let's go check it out. This is 22 hours ago. This is the article that I had written about earlier, and also that our friend, Sarah Colasanto, had written about from the Transgender Republican. She had written about this as well. You go on our website to check it out because both of us responded to this, okay? And this is from the Alliance Defending Freedom. Guess what? They want to start a petition to stop Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade from having a transgender extravaganza. Really? There's probably something on there I'm not going to like to, but you can't, like both of us said in our letters earlier today, you cannot trade one type of oppression for another. You're doing the exact same thing. What have you gained? Absolutely nothing. You're oppressing someone, or you're being oppressed. And if all you want to do is ban this and ban that and ban this and ban that, well, you get your ideological perspective out there. And, you know, absolutely, you have the right to do all of that, but you don't have the right to ban things that you disagree with just because, you disagree with them. Yeah, you might not like them. I might not like them either, on whatever side of the ideological or political spectrum we may live. But I can tell you that you don't have the right to say that your oppression is too bad. I can't deal with that one, but here's mine. This is better. Okay, not. All right. Yeah, an online petition is calling for a boycott of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade due to its planned inclusion of LGBTQ plus performers. The petition was started by 1 million moms. And I guess Alliance Defending Freedom is the one pushing it out there. I didn't know that 1 million moms had actually been a part of this too. The division of the Pro-Traditional Values Family Organization, American Family Association, AFA. More than 24,000 people have signed the appeal as of press time. Wow. 24,000 dumb people. Tell you what you are. You just want to trade one form of oppression for another one. Nah. we don't have that. We won't have that. Okay. Okay, so the annual Macy's Day Parade in New York has been one of the holidays most famous since it began in 1924. Floats, marching bands, live performances. 1 million moms is taking exception to the entertainment scheduled for next week's event. The non-binary transgender extravaganza on display this Thanksgiving will be brought to you by Macy's during their annual sponsored Thanksgiving Day Parade. A petition from 1 million moms reads, unless they are forewarned about it, this year's holiday parade will potentially expose tens of millions of viewers at home to the liberal LGBTQ agenda. Oh my God. I'm going to have to say more about this one. Okay, so Newsweek reached out to Macy's parade organizers via email for comment on Monday. Monica Cole, director of 1 Million Moms, responded to request a comment with a statement. 1 Million Moms says no to the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day Parade petition. Say no to Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade petition, which has over 24,000 signatures already, is quickly picking up momentum. Conservatives have signed urging Macy's to no longer push the LGBTQ plus agenda in the name of entertainment. By including non-binary performers, potentially exposing millions of viewers to this liberal nonsense, Macy's is leaving conservative families with no other choice than to not watch this parade and no longer patronize their stores either. Y'all are a bunch of children. Can I just tell you that? 1 million moms, you're a bunch of freaking children. Grow up. This holiday tradition is no longer family friendly, and pushing the gay agenda during prime time is completely unnecessary. Our 1MM, or 1 Million Mom pledge, is picking up traction as conservative mainstream media and even individual social media coverage increases to warn parents of the indoctrination that will occur. I'm going to tell you, you know what the biggest indoctrinating force is in this country? Anybody? Dare to take a guess? It's your church. The petition warning will only gain speed as Thanksgiving Day approaches. Okay. All right, so 1 Million Moms lists some of the performers it finds objectionable to in this petition. This includes Justin David Sullivan, who identifies as transgender non-binary and will be featured as a performer from the Broadway musical Juliet. Petition noted Sullivan declined eligibility for the Tony Award because he objected against awards being categorized by gender. I remember that. 1 Million Moms took exception to Alex Newell, a gender non-conforming performer who was featured in Broadway musical Shucked. However, it is unclear. Scheduled to perform this year. Okay, the group's petition included another major transgender celebrity who has appeared in the parade, Kim Petras. Really? Kim Petras? You have got to be freaking kidding me, moms. Moms, you're dumb. You're dumb as a bucket of rocks. Jeez. Kim Petras is actually pretty darn good, but you just don't like her because she actually can represent this community in a somewhat decent way. Just like you won't have me come on and talk with any of you because you happen to think that, you can't deal with me because I will actually confront you and you don't have a thing to say about anything other than the fact, this person's a veteran and we don't want anything to do with them. We can't give them a platform because you know how that is. They might show us up. Let's try it. Okay. Phew, Kim Petras. I like Kim Petras. Okay. Shame on Macy's for promoting and sponsoring this type of entertainment. We will not trust Macy's department store. It is clear Macy's does not have our children's best interest in mind. See, that's the same kind of trope that's been going on for, forever that I can think of. And at least it started in the 40s. The one that I recall studying about anyway, it started in the 40s whenever they were talking about desegregating a bunch of stuff, like the military, for instance. And then you had all these people out there who were going, no, we don't want our children around all those big, black, over-sexualized people. We don't want that. And then another group said, but we can't have any of our women around anybody like that. You can't force us to integrate with them. That was in the 40s and the 50s. And then in the 50s, you had the lavender scare. Again, another one, only this time it was about gay people. What did they say? We don't want our children or our women around anybody like that. That's just, it's going to take them down the wrong path. Did it? No, it didn't. But what it did was it took all of those gay people that got kicked out of the U.S. government, like 20,000 of them. It put them out there, left them hanging out there with just, nothing to do anymore because they couldn't work with the government at least. And then obviously the next group that came along, I mean, they went back and forth with gays and the lesbians and all that stuff. And then finally they hit upon, back in the early part of 2005 period of time, they started attacking all the gay people again, particularly around abortion, not just abortion, but I mean, adoption. That was the big issue back then. And it still was an issue for a long time. It still is in some quarters. But here we have all these people out here pushing for that kind of crap. And you're trying to oppress one group of people. And okay. Okay, so the advocate noted 1 million moms have previously boycotted the toy line American Girl for selling a doll with lesbian aunts, as well as objected to the animated feature Toy Story 4 over a scene they said insinuated a child was being raised by two mothers. Those people are like children in the head. There's children better, smarter than they are, y'all. Children smarter and better than they are. Oh God, who wrote this story? Let me see if I can find out. John Jackson, if I can say my words clearly. Come on, let me copy this. We're going to do something here. You're going to learn something really quick, how I do things. Okay, so I'm going to paste in John Jackson, then I'm going to type in Muckrack, and let's see if I can find anything else about John Jackson. Profile, Muckrack, Newsweek journalist. Is there anything up in here? A writer, a musician, merrymaker? Okay, I'd love to be able to contact this person because, I'd like to have an opinion back on that one, wouldn't you? I'd like to have a response back to that. So, online, let me see. Newsweek, John Jackson, come on, associate editor. Okay, no links there. Let's go back again and check here. Go to Twitter and see if we can find anything there. Nope. Nothing connects them there. Okay, so we're going to go back one more time and we're going to go to LinkedIn. And nope, that is not what I want to do there. Let me go over here to LinkedIn and copy, take it to a different page. We'll skip over. Oh, maybe it's working. I don't know. Maybe it's working. Let's see where it takes me. No, I'm not looking for a job. Let me get rid of that. This is a personal page. This is not one that has to do with TDVA. Hold on a second. All right, let me paste in that. No, not that. That, am I there already? Okay. No. John Jackson. Okay. Hold on a minute. I got to see if I can find some information on this person. See if I can pull it up. Ready? Ran marketing manufacturing student, University of Alabama. GO. Nope. All right, let's go back to something else. That's about all I wanted to do over there on that page anyway. Let me get rid of a few things on this screen. I'll come back to that a little bit later. Go over to here and there. So I don't see anyone watching, but that doesn't mean you're not, because I do know that LinkedIn and the website also don't really give me a count. It's not part of this screen. It pops up right there. It says, oh, this is one person watching, or two, or three, whatever. Nobody's doing it right now. So there we go, folks. Couple of things. We do have an executive leaders meeting tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's Wednesday night, November the 15th. Yes, November the 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Come back. You can go on our website, find the blog that talks about all the different, or find the newsletter. I think it's out there somewhere. Anyway, we'll make sure you get the time so that you can come in to enjoy the executive leadership meeting tomorrow night at 8 Eastern. And also over on Thursday night, the 16th, November the 16th, we will have our monthly general membership meeting. Most of you should have received something about it already somewhere. You should have received something about it. As well as Monday the 20th, 8 p.m. in the evening. We also have another meeting planned, but this one is for the Action Group Board of Directors meeting. And you're more than welcome to come out to that too. Just be there, I'll get the information out to you. Let me know if you want to reach out to me and, want to join. So reach out to me. You can go onto the website and sign up there. If you're not a member, go there, sign up, be a part of it. It's free. You can get to engage with us in some way or the other. You can go in there and just participate, or just, lurk if you want to, whatever you want to do. All right, so let me see. The next big thing. So I'm going to be talking about two different intros to this program. One of them was at the top of this hour, and then the other one was, I'm going to show you here in just 1 second. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Let's pull the intro up here. Intro. So this is the one, this is the intro that we saw at the beginning of the show today, okay? Okay, that's one. And I'm kind of partial to both, actually. Yeah, what do you think? Just put it over in the comments or send me an email. You can send an email to, let me find a banner down here. First thing is, there's the site to go join up, free to join our page, sign up here, www.tdba-ag.com. Check that out. Go join, find out what we've got going on, folks. More than welcome to be here, okay? But if you do become, let me see, if you start posting things that are anti-Semitic or anti-Zionist, or if you post hateful things or send hateful messages or whatever like that, I will cut you off. That's all there is to it. And that goes both ways. It goes left or right. I don't want to hear it on either side. Because most of the people who are watching this are Americans, or who get my emails are Americans, and they are, either born Americans or naturalized as Americans. And they have every right to believe and do what they wish. So I don't want to hear anybody over here on either side of this line lambasting the other one. No. They're entitled to believe what they wish, to have the bodily autonomy that they wish. Those things belong to them. And we don't have the right to tell them, you will do this, you will like my pronoun. Come on. No, don't get freaking mad at somebody who doesn't want to use your pronouns. That's on them, not on you. You be happy. Find your peace and joy and your strength, and know who you are, and don't worry about what they're saying or doing. It has no impact on you unless you let it. And that's just the plain facts, okay? That's just the way it is, folks. So let me go up and see, what else did I want to say? We do have the two meetings I talked about earlier. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern monthly leadership meeting. Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, the monthly general membership meeting. Those are Teams meetings that'll be broadcast through StreamYard as well, to go to our Facebook pages, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and the website. Let me see, what else we got posted up here? I did that one. You got the office phone number, you got all of that. So yeah, you've got every bit of information you might need to be able to reach out and contact me. Next week, I'll be flying out from Birmingham International Airport in Birmingham, Alabama. I'll be flying from there to DC. I'll arrive in DC sometime, I think it's around 1:30 or so Eastern time in the afternoon. And then I'll have the afternoon to get to my hotel over on Connecticut Avenue. And then I'll have an event Monday, which starts at 11, I believe, 11 Eastern time at the Center for Minority Veterans at VACO, which is the VA Central Office, also known as VA Main Office. So VACO or VAMO, I don't know whichever one people use, one or the other. Not sure if they're even really different. I think they're the same. That's going to be good. A lot of people I know will be there. And I've been interacting with a lot of those people this week, as a matter of fact. And also that event will be by invitation to have people come there in person, if you can get there to be in person. I'll be there for that, but it'll also be live streamed. So I'll make sure that that gets sent out over our multiple channels as well. So you can watch if you wish, okay? It'll be there, ready for you. So that's the first part of the week. Monday evening, as I said just a moment ago, we have our action group board meeting. And that's where we have all our state directors come together and all of our leadership team over on the Action Group Board of Directors. Meetings at 8 o'clock Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern Monday. And that will be the 20th, November the 20th. Tuesday, I'll be spending the whole day in DC meeting with whomever wants to meet. If we can get a group of people together, we need to start getting ready for 2024 because there's a lot of stuff happening in 2024. And if you're not familiar with it, well, I'll jump into that in just a second and show you why you should be. Let's see. And then I'll fly out from DC in early afternoon on Wednesday and head back to Alabama. I should be back in the state 10:30-ish. I think it is right around there Wednesday evening. And also haven't heard yet from about my car. I don't know how far along we are in getting that thing fixed. It's been going on 4 weeks now. And I just sent it into the shop just for brakes. It turns out, then they showed me and I saw it and I understood that there were problems. So I drove the car there with no problem whatsoever, other than I knew that it had problems with brakes. It was going down pretty far. It's too soft, going way down too far on the pedal. So I knew it had problems, but I had, I was able to stop the car. You had to think about it. You didn't want to jump into it and just go, whoa, slam and try to stop quickly. That wasn't going to happen. But, so they did. They replaced all the brake pads on that darn car. And it turns out the rear calipers on both sides needed to be replaced. They were not in a good place at all. And then also there was a brake line that needed to be replaced on the driver's side back. And then in the process of putting the brake pads on, they discovered that the drive axle on the passenger side front, actually the boot was messed up and they couldn't just replace that. So they ended up having to replace that too, which is fine. I got that taken care of. And then they still couldn't get the brakes to work. Ended up buying a servo unit, which was like $700. And they're still working on that car, trying to get it to stop. And that's the primary specialty jobs and work that this place does. It's Mavis Brakes and Tires. And that's what they do. I mean, there's quite a few of them. It's a franchise kind of thing. But they do it. And, they have a good reputation and all that kind of stuff, but they haven't figured out this one yet. But I do need my car back. So I'll have to call them. They're here in just a few minutes. All right, but the other thing I wanted to jump into really quickly, it won't be quick because, it just pisses me off to read this stuff. But I'm going to go back over to my other screen and share this with you. Back to, it has John Jackson up there, but I want to share this one instead. Hold on a minute. So this has become the topic that absolutely is just, I mean, if you're not aware of Project 2025, you need to be, folks. You really need to be. And this thing is 920 pages long. You don't have to read it all, but here's what you can do. You can go up here and when you download the PDF document of this thing, you can go over to the Heritage website, project2025.org. And let me go there really quickly. Let's see, you should be able to see this with me. We'll just jump in onto the website really quickly. I've been here many, many times over the past several weeks, actually months now. So you can actually go onto their website, project2025.org. You can check out their policy, the personnel training playbook about, and log in, and you can even apply to work with them on their transition team if a conservative wins the presidency in November 2024 and takes office on January the 20th at noon Eastern and says, "So help me God." Well, you can be part of that team that gets handed over to this new president, conservative president, so that you can go in there and put your authoritarian Christian nationalist view across the whole darn federal government. That's what the plan's all about, folks. Prove it. You help me prove it to you. So, but for that, I want to go down through here and just show you that you can get this you can get the book if you wanted to, but I don't suggest you go buy the freaking book, okay? The book costs $35. I'm not giving this organization $10 or 10 cents even, because they're out to wipe half of America out of here because, they want to oppress this group of Americans, but it's fine to oppress minorities in the country, but it's not, I mean, You can't have it either way. I mean, really, oppression is oppression no matter which way it comes. If it comes from the right, it's oppression. If it comes from the left, it's oppression. I mean, whatever. You don't want to do either one. Okay, that's the whole point. But they put $22 million into making this thing right here, Mandate for Leadership, Conservative Promise. They put $22 million into making it happen. They have 75, as of now, 75 organizations, all far right-leaning conservative organizations, like the one that we talked about a minute ago, the Alliance Defending Freedom, as well as, Moms for Liberty or whatever, that group too. I don't know if they're in this bunch, but I know that ADL, which was passing along the information about signing up on that petition. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so they're all involved in this thing, in the creation of it. And if we don't do something now, they will absolutely oppress half the country, because they want this country to be a theocratic, authoritarian, Christian nationalist nation. Don't believe it? Read it. They've got their little PDF document you can go to right here. Hold on. You can download the PDF. It's free. And read the mandate right there. Go in there and download that thing. Put it on your computer. Spend all the time you want into it. And then go up here into this corner and just type in search. Hit the little magnifying glass there to search. And look what happens. I've got Christian up here. And that's the first thing I guess I had that typed in a while back. It just populated it again. So on page 453, this is what it says, has Christian on here. Let me blow it up a little larger so you can see it. And this is from the distinct functions should be separated into two entirely separate agencies with a firewall between them. I don't know what they're talking about. Let me see. The CDC? Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. CDC. All right. So, for example, how much risk mitigation? Let me just highlight it. Let me just go right down through here. And I'm going to show you what all this is. For example, how much risk mitigation is worth the price of shutting down churches on the holiest day of the Christian calendar and far beyond has happened in 2020? What is the proper balance of lives saved versus souls saved? What the crap does the government have to do with that? They're wanting to make this government, our federal government, into a soul-saving Christian organization. It's right here, folks. Come on. Come on. Do we really want that? Do you? Even on the right, it's got to be offensive to somebody. They don't see a line between, they don't see a wall between church and state. What they see is a blending, a meshing like that. They want it that closely tied together, folks. Now let's go up here and just type in this one. Let's type in biblical. Let's see if this one. That's not, it's biblical. That is. Okay, so here's another thing, and this one's in where? This is 480. It's going down through here. What is this project, this section all about? Oh, wait. Teen pregnancy prevention, education. Okay, let's go on down. Let's see what this is biblically saying down here. It says something biblically. We'll check it out. Oh, here we go. So, protect faith-based grant recipients from religious liberty violations and maintain a biblically based social science reinforced definition of marriage and the family. Folks, they're telling you this is what they want to do. They are blending the two together. They're tearing down that wall and telling you that, hey, we're going to try to turn this federal government of ours into a church. Exactly what it is. Social science reports that assess the objective outcomes for children raised in homes aside from a heterosexual intact marriage are clear. And no, it's not clear. That's just a bunch of hogwash. We actually know, the research actually suggests that the happier kids and the ones that are more successful marginally are from non-heterosexual families. Two dads or two moms. Those kids turn out to be much better off than the others statistically. Anyway, they're going to go cherry pick whatever. But also, here's another interesting fact too, because the only research they're going to allow you to do The only research you're going to be allowed to do, let me go back to the top of this darn argument. Yeah, it's a bunch of junk. Go back to the top. Let me go pull this all the way up to the top. And where are we? White House office. Nope. We're not looking at the White House office. We're going up here. So I want to show you exactly what I mean. Page 5. I'm looking for is page 5. Here we go. Page 5. 8, 6, 5. All right. Top of page 5. Here we go. So the only research they're going to allow you to do is on heterosexual straight families in a two-parent family, because they're going to cut out every word that might identify any other group that they don't like. People, come on. Here, the next conservative president must make the institutions of American civil society hard targets for woke culture warriors. This starts with deleting the terms sexual orientation, gender identity, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Going down here to the next one. Gender, gender equality, gender equity, gender awareness, gender sensitivity, abortion, reproductive health, reproductive rights. And then here's the catch-all. And any other term used to deprive Americans of their First Amendment rights. Now, they could put a full stop right there if they wanted to and had a perfectly damning statement. Because obviously they don't think the rest of us, they don't think most of this country is, American enough. That means, obviously, that they don't think we have First Amendment rights. The rest of us, they're the only ones who deserve to be protected by the First Amendment. That's exactly what this piece of says. And then, but they didn't put a stop right there. They said out of every, remember this thing a minute ago, they said, about research, social sciences research. Well, if you remove all of those words from the whole of the federal enterprise, and you can't say those words because, somebody might be offended, like Moms for Liberty over there, or the Million Moms people, 1 million moms, they're so offended by transgender people just being out in the open that they're actually working to shove us back into the closet and then under the floorboards of that closet, okay? That's what they're trying to do. They wanted to do that forever. Okay, not forever, but yeah. Anyway, but they don't stop there. They said out of every federal rule, agency regulation, grant, or contract, grant, right there's the research part, folks. If they take away all of this language up here, the National Institute for Health can't conduct the research that needs to be done. Because we know, and we've known for decades, that the social determinants of health are dependent upon all those things they don't like in the previous section. Sexual orientation, gender identity, reproductive rights, all that kind of stuff, diversity, equity, inclusion. Those things have an impact on one's health. But if you can't research it, remember, like, you couldn't research anything about guns, and you still can't for the large part. Only recently. Can any kind of research be done on gun deaths in this country? Why? Because, the NRA paid for that. They didn't want them to have to do research on that because, it's not that guns are readily accessible and our veterans are killing themselves with weapons. Yes, they are. Phew. They want it out of every grant, regulation, and piece of legislation that exists. And then they take the next bold step, folks. Let me just give you a little piece of this. Back in the 40s, remember a minute ago, I was telling you about how women and children needed to be protected from those over-sexualized, big, strong black men. Well, and that's what the white people were saying because, they didn't want any kind of that tearing down the walls that separated the races. No, they wanted segregation completely. They wanted it completely. And they were afraid of it. You know what else they did? They started associating all those black people then with being into pornography and drugs and danger and all this kind of stuff and all that. They started associating them then with that cause too. And when it came to the gays with the lavender scare in the 50s, they used the same language again. Women, children pornography, child sexualization, all of those kind of things, including pedophilia and all those words out there. They associate those words with all of the black people, all of the gay people, and they brought it forward, and we're seeing it again now. In the next paragraph, you see it right here again. And it's just a scare tactic. It's really all it is. It's a scare tactic because it's worked for them. Every time they do this kind of association between things like pornography, child sexualization, pedophilia, danger to children and danger to women, you know, they can get their base riled up. That's what Moms for Liberty and, 1 million moms are doing. Exactly the same thing. It's a tactic. It's a psyops tactic. Okay, propaganda. Propaganda 101, folks. Probably not even that. It's propaganda 97. So here's what they do. Here's what they say in this next paragraph. Pornography manifested today in the omnipresent propagation of transgender ideology and the sexualization of children. See, they got them all in there. And then wait for it. Pornography manifested today, transgender, sexualization of children. And then they go down through here, and the next thing they say is it has no claim to First Amendment protection. Its purveyors are child predators and misogynistic exploiters of women. See, they've got the women covered with that one. They got the child welfare stuff covered up there, the child sexualization covered right there, and pornography covered right there, and they're associating it all with transgender people. And then it has no claim to First Amendment protection. If that doesn't piss you off, because we know what they're doing. This is a psychological warfare tactic, folks. It's been going on for years on all kinds of populations that another one doesn't like. If you don't like it, you assign labels to this group of people that you just don't want anything to do with. Assign them a label. Veterans are very familiar with how that process works. That's how you can convince a whole group of otherwise moral people to go out and attack and destroy and kill a whole other group of people simply because you were told to do so by your government. Because you have to strip away their individuality, not of the soldiers, but of the opponent, the target. If you can strip away their individuality and take away their humanity, then it becomes far easier to commit violence against them. This shit is doing the same thing. It's exactly the same tactic, folks. And don't think it will stop just at this. Once they get you under the floorboards that I mentioned a moment ago, once under the slats of the closet that you get stuck into, shoved into, the next thing is putting that pink triangle on you. That's what they're doing. That's what they want to do, because they don't want to see us. They don't want to see that America represents actually diverse populations of minorities. They just don't like it. And that's a theocratic form. It's a theocratic, authoritarian, fascist form of Christian nationalism, folks. That's what this whole document is about. If you don't think this is a valid threat to our security, to our nation, to the future of our country, they have no interest in democracy. None. They think they have the right to tell you how to believe and how to act and what to do and what you should be doing with your lives and your bodies. As an example, recently, people in Ohio were given the opportunity to vote on protecting abortion in their state constitution. Remember that? They actually won. That Ohioans decided that they wanted to protect the right to abortion, to have an abortion in their state constitution. So it's part of the state constitution. However, you've got Republicans in the state of Ohio who are saying, now, since we're in power, this is me paraphrasing a lot of crap that they said, but since we're in power, we're going to tell you that the judges can no longer make decisions about any of that. It strictly relies on the legislature. That's an amassing of centralizing of power, folks. That is authoritarianism. That is Christian nationalism. That is fascism. That's in Ohio. Here in Alabama, where I live, they do the same crap. If they don't like what a city's doing, they'll try to legislate that out of existence. In Texas, they do the same thing. If the city of Austin or the city of Houston or somebody has a particular policy that, you know, grants more protections to another group of people, well, the state goes in and does and has, tells them that, oh, nope, you can't have any more rights than what we tell you you can have. So we're stripping away that power from the cities. That's authoritarianism, people. If you don't see that, that's it. That's it. All right. So with that, I've been talking for a while now. Let me stop sharing because I've kept just, oh my God, this thing just pisses me off every time I read through this. I know that too. All right. So with that, I'm going to call it a day, and let me put up my last little brand here. We're going to do this one, and I hope you have a great day.